Hi everyone, welcome back to Novel Idea. I have a little bit of a book haul. I had a birthday recently and I was given some books. So I wanted to go over what I have gotten. I know that there are a couple more coming, but we'll just put those in the next one because we know that there will be a next one. So I also wanted to say that I have tried quite a few books off of my TBR shelf and have gotten rid of quite a few that just were not working for me. So maybe we'll do a video about that another day, but I just wanted to let you know that those are going out as well as coming in. So let's go over what I received. So Poppy's in my lap. You can't see her. You can kind of see her. You can see an ear here and there. Oh, Poppy. Okay. All right. So, actually just yesterday, I got a package in the mail and it was from Victoria at a Musical Bookworm, and it's just so exciting. Let me just show you. So I got this. This is Rigoletto by Giuseppe Verdi, and this is the story of the opera, but this happens to be my favorite opera of all time. And I just love the story of it. And I wanted to know more about like the background, the backstory of the opera. And that's what this is. It does have the music and the words and all of that in both Italian and English, but I just love this. Thank you so much, Victoria. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I had it on my Amazon wish list, and then the bookseller on Amazon either went out of business or cleared out their stock. And so I had to find it again. And I had just barely added it back to my Amazon wish list, and I'm pretty sure that's where Victoria found it. So she got me this, and then she got me a package of book stickers, and I'm very excited about both. Thank you, Victoria. One of my family members found this George MacDonald's Complete Fairy Tales and picked it up for me. It's an old Penguin classic, and I love George MacDonald. I absolutely love him. I love his writings. I love the fairy tales especially. And so I own quite a few like individual ones, but I did not own a complete version. And I love that this is a Penguin and that there are all kinds of notes in the back about each one of the fairy tales. Love it. That same family member also found Hunchback of Notre Dame for me. And I have actually been wanting to reread this. It's been many, many, many years since I last read it. I didn't care for it the first time that I read it, if I'm remembering correctly. But I want to read it again. I think that it will be a different story this time than the first time that I read it. I think I read it when I was 15, maybe. Kombucha. This is peach, blood orange and peach. All right. My sort of adopted mama, but just really good friend, gave me this book, The Gentle Art of Domesticity. Stitching, Baking, Nature, Art, and the Comforts of Home. And I have owned this book in the past, and I don't know what happened to it. And so she got me another copy. She found one and got this for me. And I'm really excited to kind of go back through it, reacquaint myself with it, and mark some things out for some projects to do maybe this winter. My husband, we own a corgi, that's Poppy. And my husband, ever since we rescued her, has given me corgi things for birthdays and anniversaries and everything else. He absolutely loves our little girl. This year, he gave me another Corgiville. This is the Corgiville Kidnapping. Great Corgiville Kidnapping. And it's just, I haven't read the story yet, but I mean, how can you not love something that is full of corgis? So, Tasha Tudor's The Great Corgiville Kidnapping. My oldest daughter is roommates with somebody who also is quite a reader and loves books. And she was trying to, my oldest daughter was trying to figure out what to get Mom for Mother's Day and birthday, because my birthday is very close to Mother's Day. And so her roommate showed her these books, and I had not read them yet. And so Kasha bought them for me. This is Fiddler's Green by A.S. Peterson and Fiddler's Gun by A.S. Peterson. And I'm very excited about these. They are historical fiction about a lady pirate. This little book my husband also gave me, and this is Otherworldly. And this is words from around the world that have fun and unique meanings. And it says at the beginning of this that it started when she stumbled across a Portuguese word, saudade, maybe, saudade, Poppy, that's enough. And it means the love that remains, a longing for someone or something you had loved and then lost. And it says that she had never seen anything like it before. And so she started looking for words in language. And this is the kind of format that it is. And she just began to collect words. And then this is also illustrated by Kelsey Garrity Riley by Yi Lum Mack. So Otherworldly, and I'm really excited to just kind of sit with it and go through it. I love words. He was right on with this one. This was given to me also by a family member. I love John Mark Comer's The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry and God Has a Name. Love both of those. And they saw this one on my wish list. And so this is Practicing the Way. Be with Jesus, become like him, do as he did. And I've really enjoyed John Mark in the past, so I'm expecting to really enjoy him this time also. Tiffany knew that I was not able to find and had really wanted to read Momo by Michael Ende. And Michael Ende is the one who wrote Neverending Story. And I love Neverending Story. Love, love, love it. I love the book and the movie. And I'm just so excited to finally have it and be able to read it. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then I was also given the Doomsday Book. I don't know if they want me to say who gave this to me, so I'm not going to. But this is the first one, I guess, in a trilogy. I thought it was just a standalone science fiction, but I do know that this is a well-loved science fiction, and this is a really great cover. And I think that it is the story of a plague. I'm not positive about that, but I think that's what it is. And I think that it's supposed to be like quite heavy, but I still am really looking forward to finding out if I like Connie Willis. This one I actually bought for myself, but it was supposed to be hardback. It is not. And it also was not supposed to be an uncorrected proof and not for sale. This is Stanislav Lem's The Seventh Voyage, and this is about an astronaut that basically gets stuck in outer space and doesn't have somewhere to return home to. And I have not read it yet, but it is going to be part of my summer reading for sure. Oh, it is a graphic novel. I don't know if I said that. And it's illustrated by John J. Muth. We've started into, obviously, the ones I got for myself. So I also got this one. This is The Man Who Made Lists, Love, Death, Madness, and the Creation of Roget's Thesaurus. This is by Joshua Kendall. And I think when I was going through my non-fiction kind of top favorite books, one of them that I showed you was my Merriam-Webster's Thesaurus. And thesauruses are wonderful, period. I like the way that Merriam-Webster's is laid out, but no matter what, I love thesauruses. And so I'm looking forward to reading this and finding out the story behind Roget's Thesaurus. One that I found that I had never heard of, and I'm quite happy to have it. I wish it would have come in better condition. This is Lloyd Alexander's The Wizard in the Tree. This is a Lloyd Alexander I have not read. And I don't know if you can see it, but see this rip here? It actually goes all the way through. So it is completely torn through the spine of the book. It doesn't affect the way that it opens, and so I'm not overly concerned about it. I do wish it would have come in better condition, but I did order it used, and so I'm not going to return it. I'm going to keep it and read it. I've never seen this before, let alone read it, and so I feel like I really want to hang on to it. If I come across a nicer copy of it somewhere, I may pick it up. But this says, when Mallory notices something funny sticking out of an old oak tree, she takes a closer look. And before she knows it, she's broken a magical spell. Arbacan, the wizard, has been trapped in the tree for thousands of years. All of his fellow enchanters are gone, and so are his powers. Will he get them back in time to save Mallory's village from the greedy Squire Scribner? It's not a very long one, so looking forward to this. I'll probably read it in March this next year. I have lots on my schedule for middle grade March next year. I also found this sweet little copy of Lilies of the Field. This is by William Barrett, and I have seen the Sidney Poitier movie of this and really liked it. And so I am looking forward to finding out if just how close to the book the movie was, and to read it for the first time for myself. I've never read William Barrett before. I don't know anything about him. And there's no like synopsis on here. Let's see. Okay, I'll read you. There's a like a little page right here, and it's a quote from the Bestsellers magazine, I guess. It says, "Lilies of the Field has the pace and humor that are good Gallico, and the diction and diversions that are Hemingway." That sounds good. Homer Smith is all man, topped off with a sense of humor and a singing heart. Mother Maria Marta is all none, topped off with the disposition of a drill sergeant. Together, they may just achieve the impossible. So, Lilies of the Field. Last one, I got Wave of the Future, A Confession of Faith by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. And I love Gift from the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. And I have read a couple of other things. Nothing has hit me quite the same as Gift from the Sea. But this was originally published in 1940. It's a little tiny book. It's not going to take very long. It is 41 pages. Little tiny book. So I will probably keep this for Shorty September and this for Shorty September. And I thought, oh yes, and I may do this for Shorty September as well. So I have some things on my schedule for the future. Oh, and Rigoletto too, maybe in September. Yeah, because it's a short one also. So yes, I'm just so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who gifted me a book or a piece of, oh, I should show you. I will show you, yes. I got a couple of gifts from my sister-in-law and my niece, and I need to show you those. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I let my niece borrow my Tress of the Emerald Sea book, and it was her first Brandon Sanderson. She loved it, by the way. And when she brought it back to me, she sent me bookmarks that she made herself. And it says, this one is Black Beauty, and it says, "For the place I can well remember was a large and pleasant meadow." Here's the secret garden. And you see the little gate and the ivy growing over the wall. And it says it was the sweetest, most mysterious looking place anyone could imagine. The high walls which shut it in were covered with the leafless stems of climbing roses, which were so thick that they were matted together. And here is The Hobbit. And this one says, "For over misty mountains cold, to dangers deep and caverns old, we must away at break of day to seek the pale enchanted gold." On the back. And then she drew like a little teapot. This one is The Wizard of Oz. "There's no place like home." And The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which says, "Let us go and take the adventure that shall fall to us." It's so sweet. She did such a good job. And then they also found this. It says, "There's no such thing as too many books," and it's an Edward Gorey drawing. It's a little sweatshirt. It's an oversized sweatshirt for me, and I love it. I put it on immediately when they gave it to me. Isn't that just wonderful? I love it. So, I think that is everything. Pretty sure. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you are having a lovely, warm, sunshiny weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to.